right? It's not my weekend podcast. What's your point? Jerry G. Oh, my goodness. The Lakers just ate the biggest one ever. It is Monday night, May 22, 2023. It's late night. It's late night, Monday night. Just finished watching the Lakers. Season over. Yeah, dog, what the fuck, right? God damn, what is, damn. Esa sí, no, I didn't expect that one. I did not expect the Lakers to be swept, bro. That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. No. Esos sí son chingaderas, güey. What can I tell you? A quick little recap of what just happened. Lakers got their asses whooped, fool. 4 times in a row. Now, all 4 games were competitive, man. I'll give you that. And so what it comes down to is a little bit of bad luck. But overall, Denver Nuggets are a better team, bro. It sucks to say it. It sucks to say it because I don't really believe it, dog. Even though it's probably a fact, right? But, I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna admit that Denver's a better team. They are a better team, bro. And I mean, barely. It's not by a lot. Not by a lot. I mean, if you put them toe to toe, bro, you got Jokic, Davis, you got Murray, LeBron James. They pretty much cross each other off, bro. I mean, LeBron scored 40 today. They just cross each other off, right? And then you go down the line, role players. I mean, we go toe to toe with anybody. It's just that our role players, unfortunately, didn't show up consistently enough. I'm looking at you, D'Angelo Russell. Right? I'm looking at you, pinche. Austin Reeves had a good series, bro. Austin Reeves had a really good series. Everybody else, el pinche. What was that fool? Bad, bro. Bad. I can't even think of these fools' names right now, bro. I'm so upset. Vanderbilt, man. But we had some good players like Ryu. Schroeder had a good series. Reeves had a good series. Ryu, whatever his name is, just Street Fighter, he had a good series. But it wasn't enough. And first of all, the Lakers should not, this team, I'm talking about the actual pinche, the franchise. I'm talking about this team in particular. I've always said it. You can't, what I was very confident about is that you can't beat this team 4 out of 7 times. It's hard to do that, bro. To beat the Lakers, this Laker roster, this Laker team, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. How are you going to beat a team with those 2 players and the rest of the team who's playing very well going into the playoffs to get beaten 4 out of 7 times? I just didn't see that happening, bro, by anybody. You know, I did say the Clippers and the Suns, those are the 2 teams I was really worried about. Those teams match up really well against us and have shown time after time that they can beat us. All right? The Nuggets, I mean, we split the season series 2-2 versus them. And as hot as good as they are, and they are the number 1 seed, they didn't look as dangerous as the Suns and the Clippers. So once I felt if we get through the Suns or the Clippers, we're coasting, baby. Nobody else can beat us 4 out of 7 times. Yeah, they can probably take us to 7 games. But on that 7th game, believe me, we're going to beat anybody. Anybody, bro. I didn't see a sweep, bro. I didn't see us get swept. I think a lot of factors. I think LeBron James ran out of gas, unfortunately. And I think he's a little bit more injured than he's letting on. You know, he turned those ankles several times throughout the series. And he's tired, bro. And Anthony Davis he is what he is, dog. He comes, he shows up, and he doesn't show up. He shows up, and he doesn't show up. He did that that's what he did do consistently. Show up and not show up. And then the rest of the bench, we thought, hey, man, D'Angelo Russell, is another prolific scorer. Prolific. He's a scorer, bro. He's not defense. He's not assist. He's a scorer, bro. And he did not score. You know what I'm saying? Reeves is Reeves, bro. Reeves is, I just think Reeves is just going to get better and better and better. So this is probably the best Reeves we had right now. And he had a good series, dog. Not great, but good. Like, enough for us to make, he made an impactful. It's bad. At the end of the day, bro, Denver was a better team. I mean, we competed all 4 games. You know, unlike Boston Celtics, we competed every game, bro. And we had a chance to win every one of those 4 games. But we came up short. And when you came up short 4 consecutive times, you just got to hand it to the other team, dog. You got to be like, hey, man, they're the better team, dog. They're the better team, fool. And I hate to say it. Dog. I'll be rooting for Denver Nuggets to win it all. Man, Jokic is the real man. He's a fucking great player, dog. Even though Jimmy Butler is stealing my heart. Jimmy Butler. He's stealing everybody's heart, right? Like, everyone's rooting for Jimmy Butler, but I don't like Miami Heat like that, bro. Nah. I'm good. I'm good with the Miami Heat, fool. They've won. They've got their titles. I'm good, fool. Denver, baby. Let's go Denver. My son did a joke. Well, he saw a tweet somewhere. My son was like, Denver versus Miami. That's going to be the first finals on NBA TV, which I thought was hilarious. He tried to take credit, but no, he said he read it somewhere. I'm like, you hack. He said he read it somewhere. But that's funny. Yeah, but the ratings are the ratings for the finals are not gonna be pretty, bro. Not gonna be pretty. But pinches Boston Celtics también, güey, valen verga, güey. Valen verga. All right, other than that, that's it. 7 minutes, that's it. Horrible, bro. And the reason this one hurts is because obviously next year, LeBron James is gonna be a year older, and I really feel like some injuries coming in. Anthony Davis, bro, I mean, God willing, he didn't get injured in the playoffs for some crazy reason. He didn't get injured during the playoffs. But he's going to get injured next year again, dog. He's going to get injured again, dog. So we're going to have to go through all this all over again. Hopefully build a good enough team around us. And we'll see what happens, fool. But I think what I'm saying is that this year was a better shot than next year. You know what I'm saying? Some teams go in like, oh, next year is going to be even better for us. We're going to get stronger, everything. But no, we're actually on a down slope is what I'm trying to tell you. We're on a down slope, bro. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. All right. That's it. All right. How y'all doing, man? How was your week, dog? I hope you guys had a good week, man. Welcome back to It's Not My Weekend podcast with your boy, Jerry G. Man, I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. So much going on. My play premieres this weekend, dog. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. La Piñata, bro. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous, man. I've been going to rehearsals. It's looking cool. It's coming along. I'm excited. I'm fucking excited, bro. But with that said, guys, I mean, I don't expect a lot. This is really for kids, bro. It's a kids' play. And so they're going to invite a bunch of kids to show up, and it's a small theater. So there's very limited seats. So if you really want to go, man, go to Eventbrite. Hit me up. I'll send you the link, but it's going to be like very limited seats, fool. So like, I would only suggest you come if you got kids, dog. Really, fool. It's not really a play for adults, fool. So, but, hopefully after this weekend, we're going to regroup, to see how everything goes. And if it goes pretty well, we'll do a few more down the line, in June or something. And, for the public. But, yeah, everyone's excited, man. So, for those of you who don't know, I wrote a play and, man, I've been working on this thing for like 3 years, bro. And it's pretty interesting writing a play, dog. Like, it's like it's like writing a screenplay, right? Like a show or something. And, it's come a long way. I've talked about this before in my podcast, but for those of you who haven't known much about it, basically, Woodcraft Rangers, an organization who I've worked for on and off for many, many, many years. a nonprofit after school program. They received a grant during the pandemic. X number of dollars, a lot of dollars. And to for performing arts, or for a performing arts grant. And within this grant, they asked to write a play and put on a play for kids, an original play. And so they hit me up like, hey, would you be interested in writing this? And I was like, hell yeah. And then they give me how much, we'll pay you this much. I'm like, hell motherfucking yeah. They paid me nice money, dog. And so I was like, hell yeah. I was really excited. It's legit. They're going to turn it into the SAG and all that. Like, it's going to be SAG actors, union actors. It's going to be all kinds of shit. There's going to be some press for it. All kinds of stuff, bro. But it was also during the pandemic. So it was a lot of this, like, who knows if this is actually going to go down kind of stuff. And so I started writing it during the pandemic, and I had a bunch of drafts, man. A bunch of different drafts. I had like 3 different drafts, 3 different plays, ideas. And I was hitting like walls, bro. Like it was more difficult than I thought, right? I thought it was going to be I thought it was going to be fun, interesting, easy even. And it was far from it, dog. It was very hard to come up with an original play for kids with a story. They wanted a Latino story from East LA, Southeast LA, from the kids that the program serves. The program serves schools around my neighborhood, Huntington Park, Southgate, South Central, Inglewood. They serve all this community around here. So they wanted us to write a play around that focuses on this culture, and here, bro. So I was like, yeah, I'm down with that. And so they wanted it to be a musical. So they brought in a musical guy too. And so the musical guy was going to write the music for my play, right? So that this music writer is like a professional fool. Like he's won an Emmy. He's done shit, bro. And also a Latino. And I'm not that I say I was intimidated by him, but I was like looking forward to like working with this guy. And well, it didn't go very well. It did not go very well. We clashed, and nothing personal. Just he wasn't vibing he wasn't vibing my storyline, my shit, my writing. He wasn't, and you could tell like he checked out like halfway. And because what would happen is, it's hard to explain, but basically I would write my drafts, right? I would write my drafts, and I would work hard for these drafts for like weeks and weeks of writing and fucking thought and everything. And then I would turn it in, and he would just like give all kinds of fucking feedback. And a lot of it was good. A lot of it was good. Not all of it was good, but a lot of it was good. There was some good, there was some bad. And so, but at the end of the day, it's my play. Like, I'm writing this fucking play, right? So I will take some of that advice, some of that feedback. I will use some of it, but I wouldn't use all of it, right? So, but he and I would talk on Zoom or on the phone for like hours, like a couple hours. Like one time we're on the phone for like over 2 hours going over my draft. And the way he dissected it, it was like, no. Like a lot of it. At least that's what I felt. And I felt beat down by his feedback, by his advice. And so we talked, and we're professional, bro. We're cool. We made each other laugh a couple times. We're professional, dog. We're cool, dude. And this was early on, right? And then, so we met for like 2.5 hours. And I think this was his breaking point. Because we met for like 2.5 hours on the phone, going over all these notes. And basically he was telling me this is how it should be. And so I took some of that advice, but not all of it. And so I rewrote it. And then we met like a month later again. And we met again, and we went over. This time was with a bigger group, with a producer, with other people involved, right? About 2 other people involved. Now it was like 4 of us. Yeah, by this time we had hired a producer and a director And so the group was a little bigger. And so we meet again. And this was his breaking point, I think. Fool. His breaking point was like, fool, he just snapped. Like, we're talking, we're going over to play, we're reading it, we're reading my new draft, my second draft or third draft, whatever draft I was on by then. And we're like halfway down the line, and he's like, you know what, bro? Like, obviously you didn't listen to anything I said, man. You just made me waste my time a few weeks ago. I met with you for over 2.5 hours. And obviously, as I can see here, you didn't take any of my advice or any of my feedback, which I did. I thought I did. At least I thought I did. And he's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done, man. You do what you got. You do you. Like, you do you. He didn't quit because he's also getting paid really good. Like, we're both getting paid really well. And his job is to do the music at the end of the day, right? But he felt, I guess, he didn't appreciate. He just felt like I wasn't listening to him, and he was wasting my time. That he was wasting his time with me. And that's from then on, it got a little like he started like kind of like fading away, like being less. Like, he would miss meetings, miss appointments, touching bases. He would just not show up. And this through Zoom, dog. Not even in person, fool. Through Zoom. And so yeah, so. Obviously, I felt it. I felt like, damn, this fool, like, doesn't like me or whatever, like. So I would reach out to him every once in a while, and I'll be like, hey, bro, like, can you, like, give me some more feedback? He goes, yeah, you know what? I already gave you, like, enough feedback, dog. Like, you just do you, bro. Like, I'm just going to write the music. And don't worry, because one of the producers, like, hit him up, like, hey, dude, that was kind of rude what you did there. You know, at the end of the day, Jerry is a writer. You're the music writer. So just let Jerry do Jerry, man. And, because the producer and director were like, this is good. This is really good. Like, you're making good progress. Like, they were more, they were also giving me some critiques. But at the end of the day, they were like, this is pretty good. Like, this, keep going. But this other guy was like, more like, no, man. Like, basically, I was going in one direction, and he was forcing me to turn left, like, go somewhere else with my story. And I wasn't agreeing with where he was going with this, We have a little bit of different backgrounds, Chicano, Latino, Spanglish, not so Spanglish. We had little differences already. And so he was like, no, let's go this way. Bring the story this way. And I was like, yeah, but what if we just keep going this way? I like where I'm going. And he's like, yeah, but your way doesn't really make sense. It will make more sense if you go, like, it was a lot of that, right? Professional criticism, right? And which I took very well. I believe I did, but I just didn't agree with his ass. And this is what I would tell the producer, like, bro, like, I like where I'm at. Like, I like this. I know I still need help. I know it still needs tweaking. I know, like, maybe this joke doesn't work. Or this line is not the line we want here. Maybe we want to, I agree, we probably need a better line here. But as far as the story arc is concerned, I like where I'm going. And he didn't. And so it was that was that. So, but his job is still to write the music for this play. And I just felt like the music, he wasn't giving it as, like, he was just like half-assing it, bro. And it was just like, here, okay, I wrote a song for this. Here you go, kind of shit. And leave me alone. And I was like, fuck, that's not, I guess. But it's come a long way, bro. Like, we worked our asses off for this, fool. Now we've got actors. Now we've got pinche dance coordinator, choreographer, producer, assistant producer, director, pinche script supervisor. It's a whole production now, ordeal, with 4, like, real actors. That, like, union actors. What I mean by real actors, I mean, like, they're union, fool. These guys do commercials, plays, theaters. They're fucking real actors, dog. It's gonna be dope, So, but the guy really made me question myself a lot. He made me question me a lot. And I didn't like that feeling because as a comedian, I'm in control, dog. I'm in control as a comedian. Like, I am in control of my own jokes. Like, I know what works. If it doesn't work, I tweak it or drop it. Or it's my ass. It's just literally my ass. If my stand-up routine works or doesn't. When you're being critiqued like this all the time about stuff that you're writing, man, it takes a toll on you, bro. And at the end of the day, I just felt like he didn't respect me as a writer. Like, he didn't respect me. Like, he respected me as a comedian of my accomplishments of what I do outside of this. But in this, he just, I wasn't him for him. I wasn't the guy. And so that's where we had a hard time, bro. We had a hard time with that. And, we went on hiatus for a while because I forgot what happened. One of our producers quit. One of our producers moved on to another project, and it kind of broke everything. Everything fell apart, This because it was supposed to drop, like, this was supposed to go in production, like, in fall of last year, like November, December of last year. Se hizo way. So we stopped. We're like, okay, let's start all over in the new year, January. We're gonna find a new producer, and we're gonna restart this shit in January, February, and hopefully by the spring, where we at now. So everything worked out because once the producer left, some of the actors quit too. They moved on to other projects. They went on to do other things, and so we had to recast again. And so I like these cats. The new cast is dope. They're all about it. The other cast was more like, this is just another job for me. But this cast is more like, they're like embedded, fool. Embedded. Ay, ay, ay. I don't even know that's a word, fool. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good, man. I really do. I mean, it's for kids, dog. It's for kids, for that standard. When I started this project, fool, I've always like been a big fan of Pixar. I want to work with Pixar. I want to write for Pixar. I want to act for Pixar. I love Pixar, fool. And so this is my little Pixar moment. This is like my little Pixar opportunity. Like, if this goes great, if this fucking goes dope, I'm going to turn it into Pixar just to show them what I can do. I'm not saying they can pick it up or anything like that, but here's a premise. Here's an idea. It's only 30 pages, fool. It's 30 pages, a monologue, and another 15 minutes of music. It's a 45-minute play, guys. It's a 45-minute play. And I'm like, if this goes great, I'm going to turn it into these fools, and maybe this could trigger something for them. At the very least, show them my chops, what I could do, But we'll see, dog. We'll see. That's why I'm excited, because... And at the end of the day, it's another thing on my credit, my resume. Like, I'm a playwright, bro. That's fucking dope. Maybe I could write a children's book one day. I don't know, fool. Like, it's just all these things go with it, like, that come with it that I'm excited about. And I got paid for it. Like, it's dope, man. Fucking dope. All right? So, yeah. Let's take a break right there. I'll be back after this. Want to be just like Jerry G and it's not my weekend podcast? Well, now you can, dog. Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily. Then you can distribute it everywhere and even earn money, compa. All in one place and for free. That's right. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Here's how it works, dog. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Get it done, compa. See you on the top, fool. All right. I'm back. Yeah, enough of that. La Piñata premieres this weekend. I'm sure I'll be at all shows except Friday. Friday, I'm going to be in Palm Springs at the Caliente Casino. Is that what it's called? Caliente Spa Resort Casino. I'll be out there. Friday night, Thursday, Oxnard Levity Live. This Thursday, Oxnard Levity Live, May 25th, dog. And hope to see you guys there, man. I love Oxnard, man. Oxnard is a vibe, like the kids say. It's a vibe, dog. Correct. So that'll be Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be at the play, just hanging out, shaking some hands, kissing some babies. Probably literally this time. And so, yeah, hope you guys can make it. I've been sharing the flyer and the link a couple times. So, like I said, I'm not going to get butthurt if you don't show up. I really am not. This is more for the kids that we serve, Woodcraft Rangers. So I'm excited about that, man. But yeah, that was a whole spiel, man. So much with that shit. So much more about behind the scenes, what happened with the play. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm very proud of it, dude. I'm very proud of it. And going to rehearsals and watching it come to life, watching your fucking lines that you wrote come to life is man, that's orgasmic as hell for sure. I'm gonna have my kids show up. I have my kids there Sunday, and my fam is showing up on Sunday as well. So there's 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday. Like there's a 1 p.m. and a 4 p.m. And then Sunday's gonna be like noon and 3 p.m. or some shit like that. So, anyways, free, dog. So, all right. But yeah, after that, just comedy back. I've been off a little bit, taking a little break. It's good to take breaks, but what happens with breaks is that now you get too comfortable, man. I get fucking comfortable. Shit, I've been watching a lot of TV, catching up with Succession. Succession is the shit. I love the show, dog. I'm already gonna miss it. I'm barely in season 3, so no spoilers. I've been trying to stay away from all the season 4 spoilers. Final season's going on right now. I'm trying to catch up. I watched like 1 episode, maybe 2 a night before I go to sleep. Then I've also been watching Love and Death on HBO Max, man. HBO Max is a shit, dog. I'll tell you that. They don't miss, bro. And HBO Max, Love and Death, the one with the Scarlet Witch, right? The Olsen sister. She gets down, bro. She's pretty as shit, too, man. Bien bonita morra, wey. And it's a dope show. Now, I like it. I'm enjoying Love and Death. I'm not done with it. I have 1 more episode to watch. It's only 6-episode season, and I believe it's only a one-off because it's a true story. And I haven't Googled anything about the real shit. I like to Google stuff after, but no spoilers. But I've been watching it, and it's one of those things that it's like a really long Dateline episode, right? It's one of those things like you could have just made this into a movie, a little movie, dog. Like it doesn't need 6 episodes. But with that said, I'm enjoying every one of those episodes. It's just you could tell it just like prolonging it, bro. Like there's a lot of these scenes that we don't really need this. We could have just done without this and just make this into a 2-hour movie, dog. But I guess. I recommend it. If you watch it, check it out. Love and Death on HBO Max, fool. Pretty good. And Succession, dog. It's the way it's a Succession. They're so fun, bro. They're fucking funny. They're funny. It's dramatic. It's intense. It's good stories, bro. Like, it's a good story. It's good fun. Great acting, dog. I'm pretty surprised, though, with HBO Max and Succession specifically, that there's very little sex in it. Very little sex. Interesting, right? So for a very raw, in-your-face type of show, very little sex. Yeah. Love and Death, I can see that. First of all, it's a true story. Second of all, that chick Olsen, you could tell she does not do nude scenes. She's like too highly respected. So she's not gonna do no love scenes, dog. She did a couple that didn't show much at all. 0. Very PG. All right. Anyways, I recommend it, fool. I saw the movie Air, the Michael Jordan movie, the Air shoe. Good movie. Really good movie. Glad I watched it on Amazon Prime for free at home because I would not wanted to pay for that in the theaters. There's certain movies I want to pay for in the theaters. And those are usually like MCU shit. MCU for sure. And Pixar, maybe, even though Pixar's been slipping, bro. Last couple movies have been not good at all. And anything, I don't know. Anything that I don't know what else I could watch besides MCU. I only watch MCU in the theaters, to be honest with you. But Air was really good. Great story. I think it has some loopholes, right? It has some holes in the story. Like, I mean, I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, the running joke for me in the movie, I was watching it with my kids, was like, okay, I get it. We all know who Michael Jordan is. He's the greatest. He's the GOAT. He's amazing. But in 1984, Jordan wasn't shit. Jordan was a long shot. Not a long shot, but he was not a sure thing. He was not LeBron James coming out of high school. He was not. Dude, he was the second best player on his own team in North Carolina, James Worthy, was better. There was also Sam Perkins on that team. Really good players. He was not the first pick overall. He was, again, not the most prolific player coming out of that draft. He was not no Magic Johnson coming out of Michigan State. He was not even a Larry Bird coming out of college, fool. He was Michael Jordan coming out of North Carolina, freshman, I believe. And he still has some holes in his game, is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, he wasn't a sure thing. That's the only thing about this movie that kind of trips me out. Like, I feel that and Nike was nothing back then, bro. Nike was like Skechers back then, bro. Right? And they were a long shot. And the only way to get a long shot is to go after a long shot. And some of this didn't make sense. Like, I feel like Adidas could just match any offer. And if that's where he really wanted to go, like, all Adidas had to do was just match the offer. And I don't understand why in the Adidas meeting, they could have just been more like, yo, I want a percentage of every shoe of my name on it. I want something more just for me, even if it wasn't all red. Of course, that was Nike's idea. But I want something that's going to be more unique to me. He could have asked for those things, and he could have gotten those things, what I'm trying to tell you, from Adidas, if he really wanted to go there. And Adidas was the shit. Like, it was the shit back then. It really was. So, I get it. We all know the story. He signed with Nike. But I feel like it wasn't as difficult as they're making it out to be, is what I think, fool. Of course, his mother has something to do with it. But how many 20-year-olds listen to their moms, fool? Like, especially when you're throwing all his money in front of them. I don't know, man. Jordan was always risking a lot signing with Nike at the time. And why go through that risk when you had a sure thing with Adidas who he wanted to be with in the first place? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, some of this didn't make a lot of sense. I feel Nike did a great pitch that time. I think what really happened is that they did a great pitch. They sold them on the shoe. And I don't know, like, I just snowballed from there. And I think he just got excited. And I don't know. I think they just did a great pitch. And that was enough for him. Not like, nah, fuck this shit. I don't know. I mean, let me think. I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, it's a great movie. It's a great story. I really like the guy who designed the shoe. That was cool, man. How they designed the shoe, how they made the shoe, and about the fine too. Like, from what I know, I understood. From what I thought, they were getting fined, but didn't get fined till later, or so. I don't know, man. It's whatever, dog. Like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant came out of high school, right? And he was not a sure thing either, fool. Like, he was like the 11th pick. Yeah, people were excited about him low key, but he wasn't a sure thing. Like, why didn't they go like hard on him, like they did on Jordan, like give him the Jordan deal? Because they weren't sure, right? They weren't sure about Kobe. That's how I felt about Jordan back then. I felt like, why are they going so hard for this guy if they weren't even sure about him? I guess. And then at the end, they're like, basically my running joke was always throughout the movie was like, we got Michael Jordan, and I was always like, who? Who's like somebody in the office should have been like, who is this guy? Where's he from? I never heard of him. What does he do? Does he play tennis? Who is this guy? Like, there was all these other players, other bigger names around being bounced around that every time they would say Michael Jordan, people would get excited. Like, no, fool. Y'all motherfuckers didn't know who Michael Jordan was in 1984, dog. Relax. Y'all didn't know about Jordan until 85, 86. After the fact. And he still started a little shaky. He got injured, broke his foot, didn't play for a long time. Like, I'm sure it got really nervous time. You know, it got really nervous that he wasn't winning. He didn't win in the 80s. He was getting he was Ja Morant. Like, he wasn't doing much. Like, besides being highlight guy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, there was Magic Johnson. There was Larry Bird. There was Julius Erving. There was Charles Barkley came later. Like, there was all these other stars who were coming. Dominic Wilkins. There was all these other stars around also. I don't know, man. Clyde Drexler, Isaiah Thomas. I mean, come on, dude. And they were all like, this guy. And I mean, they got it right. They got it right, but I mean, he wasn't a sure thing, fool. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And they got a little too excited over that. But whatever. All right, guys. I've been. I don't know. I'm rambling. I know, fool. I got a little feedback from last week from episode about my mama, Mother's Day again. And, yeah, bro, I dug in there a little bit, and I got some pretty cool feedback from people. Here's one fool who says, shout outs to If Quinn Had a Gram. Shout outs to my boy Jaime. Move to Texas already. We don't want you here. But remember, you can't come back. Bro, I do love Texas, man. But it's going to take a lot for me to leave LA, dog. That's for sure. Let me see here. What's going on here? What is this? Oh, yeah. So people have been sending me jokes now also. Joke ideas. Here's another one. I think this one's interesting. I would never do a bit like this on stage, though. But I think it's interesting. And I'm going to give you a shout out, compa, because I think it's well thought of premise. It's a well thought of premise. I love the approach. But it's a bit I would never do. Spiral C. Shout out to Spiral C. Mention you don't mind if we float some ideas your way. So here's one I thought, since you're a Raider fan. Being a Raiders fan is like having a little brother that keeps fucking up their life. Gets arrested, gets DUIs, hangs out with shady people. You still love them, but it's hard. Then moving to Vegas and getting a new stadium is like they married a rich stripper. So you think, okay, finally they've turned their life around and things are looking up. They shaved and got a haircut. And then they go 8-8, or John Gruden is a stripper's shady racist uncle. Then there was this guy speeding his car, but you still love your troubled brother. You see your brother at some family function and they get out of their sweet new car and the wife is there and they seem put together. But then they get in a fight with someone and speed off in a car swearing with a bottle of whiskey or something and falling. Anyway, keep up the good work. Bro, it's not a bad premise at all. Not bad. A well thought out bit, fool. I'll give you that. Yeah, I mean, the more I read it, the more I like it. I just can't see myself saying something like this. But I used to do a joke about the Raiders back in the day where the Raiders are like the girlfriend that moved away, but you still love her, dog. So you still like they moved to Oakland. Like they're from LA, they moved to Oakland, but you still love her, and then you hope that she comes back one day. And because they're in a time that Raiders may come back to LA, so that was like that's that girl that you still love, and you hope that she comes back one day. But she fell in love with some fucking hood ass fool and moved to Oakland, and you still like, that part. And then so that was my dumb. So it's kind of similar. Yeah, it's kind of similar. And that bit didn't go too well, so I stopped. But yeah, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Good shit. I don't know what to say. Now, good shit, fool. That's definitely worth a shout out. Shout outs to Alfredo Pedrosa. Your t-shirt is on the way, compa. Thank you for your payment. Your t-shirt's on the way. I mailed it out today, Monday morning. Yeah, Monday morning I shipped it. All right, let me see what else we got here. San Antonio, Texas. I'm coming Thursday, June 1st. First of the month, I'll be out there, San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the only one to screenshot. I didn't screenshot the ones about people were getting shout outs about my mom's stuff, and they said, "Hey, man, great story about your moms and this and that." It was, man. I don't know where that came out of, man. I reached a little deep, man. Those are memories that I really try and block out of my life, dog. To be honest with you, I was tripping out. Yeah, for my mom getting sick, almost losing her. I mean, I remember there was a time where, I'm in HP, and we got the call like, hey, come say your goodbyes to your mom. She might not make it through the night. Oh, my God, bro. I mean, it was like 8 o'clock at night, and she was in intensive care, so you could see her 24/7. But only 1 or 2 people at a time can go in there. So we all like fucking sped over there trying to be the first ones to her. I took my dad and we were fucking crying our asses all the way over there. Fool. It was fucking the worst situation ever. But she made it through the night, of course, gracias a Dios. And then she just started improving little by little. It was the most horrifying experience ever in my life, dog. And I really do try and block that shit out, bro. I don't like to think of my mom like that. Seeing her in her literal deathbed. Not a fucking pretty thing, fool. Yeah, and then when the doctor said, okay, well, she made it through the worst, but, you know, she's going to be live a very sensitive lifestyle. She just got to be very careful with everything she eats, intakes. You can't stress her out. She can't do much. She can't walk much, like, for long periods of time. And if she does all that stuff, she can maybe live 5 to 10 years. I mean, tops. And I was like, tops? Get the fuck out of here, dog. Oh, man, imagine, dude. No, está cabrón, güey. Yeah, fool. But yeah, thank you for everybody who reached out about that, man. That was crazy, man. Yeah, fool. Fuck. Está cabrón. What else want to talk about? Let me see. I had a couple other shit to talk about, fool. I got into this argument. I was at the mall yesterday with my kids, fool. And let me see here. And we got into this little argument with my oldest. So my oldest, we're at the mall. And my oldest was like, he plays basketball, right? And he's all like, hey, I need some basketball shoes, right? I'm like, cool, let's go. I got you. So we go get some basketball shoes. And he sees these Melos, the LaMelo ball shoes, Pumas, and they're like they're dope shoes. I like them. They're like super like highlight orange, highlight blue, highlight green. They're fucking pretty ass shoes, dog, you know? Basketball shoes, obviously. And so he like really likes one of the shoes. And I was like, yo, well, grab them, fool, take them. He's like, yeah, but I can't use these for basketball. Our coach doesn't let us use shoes that are not white. They have to be white basketball shoes. He won't. First of all, it's not even the season right now, bro. They're just playing practice games and literally practice, fool. The season's not till fucking next year, dog, next school year. So I was like, okay, well then, fuck it. Just buy them anyway. Get these anyway and use these for school. They're stylish. They're dope-ass shoes, right? And there's like, oh, yeah, no, that's a sin or whatever the fuck he said. What do you mean that's a sin? He's like, yeah, you can't wear basketball shoes as regular shoes. Like, I can't take basketball shoes and walk around school with them. I'm like, but they're shoes. They're like for style. Yeah, you're not going to play basketball with them. I'll buy you a different pair just for basketball. Yeah, I'll buy you a different pair just for basketball. White ones. Cheap, some cheap ones, unos baratos, unos varas, whatever. Kyrie Irvings or whatever. And then use these for a regular school day. Just fucking to flex every once in a while. Wear them with fucking with cool clothes, bro, with some drip. He's like, no, it doesn't work that way, Dad. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're not supposed to wear basketball shoes as regular shoes. You're only supposed to wear basketball shoes for basketball. I'm like, says who? And he goes, says everybody. Like, says the rule. Those are the rules. I'm like, well, what about your Jordan 1s? What about your Cement 3s? What? Those are basketball shoes? But they're like, yeah, but no, those are not basketball shoes. Those are actual, like, stylish shoes. Like, we don't use those for basketball. People don't use People don't use Jordans for basketball. First of all, they're not comfortable. They're not for basketball. Even though they are technically basketball shoes, they're style shoes. These are the ones you wear every day for school. And, okay, but those are basketball shoes, dog. I felt like an Abbott and Costello. But they're basketball shoes. They're like, yeah, no. Okay, so what are these? These Melos are also stylish. These are stylish shoes that you would wear with fucking clothes. They're like, no, these are actual basketball shoes that you wear on basketball courts only to play basketball. I'm like, so you're telling me that I can't buy these shoes and wear them outside for the day? Like, you can because you're old. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, you can because you're not a kid like us. Like us in high school, like you can wear them. Yeah, you can wear them to a party, but you can't wear them to school. Like, you can't. Like, you can't wear basketball shoes for school. Am I making sense here, guys? I'm sounding like an old-ass head. Ask your kids if this is a thing. Ask your kids if this is a thing. And he's trying to prove this point. And so we're walking around the mall. He's like, show me a kid with basketball shoes on, right? in the mall that are not Jordans. Jordans don't count. Jordans are Jordans. And I couldn't find one. I couldn't fucking find one, dog. And I'm like, I tried to fucking find one and I couldn't find one. I mean, I didn't look hard, but I couldn't find one. So he kind of got his point there. And I was like, dude, that's fucking dumb. So, I mean, what you're trying to tell me is these Melo shoes, LaMelo Ball shoes, Pumas, that are highlight blue, highlight yellow, highlight green. They're the Rick and Morty's, y la chingada, and other kind of shoes. That you can't wear these anywhere else besides a basketball court. He's like, yes, that's correct. And like, so you wouldn't buy these shoes? He's like, no, I wouldn't buy these shoes unless I'm going to wear them for a game, which I'm not allowed to use. Our coach doesn't let us use non-white shoes for the team. And I'm like, well, that's fucking dumb, dog. You can't express yourself. You can't fashionably express yourself. That's fucked up, bro. And he's like, yeah, man, it's messed up, man. But that's his rule. So you really like these shoes. You really want these shoes, but you can't wear these shoes? It's like, no, like, damn, dude, that's a little prejudice, bro. We live in 2023, compa. Like, that's weird. So we ended up buying white Melo shoes, which don't look as cool. They look like fucking orthopedic nurse shoes. Don't fails me. And he kind of knows that, too. They weren't his first choice or second choice, but they have to be white. And they are basketball shoes. And they are, like, Melos. So it's like, yeah, I'll take these. I'm like, I'll buy you these other ones too. He goes, but yeah, but I'm never going to wear them. Like, I'm not going to wear them. I go, not even at a party, fool? Not even on Father's Day? Not even on Father's Day? What if I ask you to wear them on Father's Day? He's like laughing, like, yes, of course I'll wear them for you on Father's Day, but I can't wear them for school. I'm like, man, what world, man? I never thought about it like that. Like, I get it. I get you have your basketball shoes that you use for basketball. Like, I had a pair that I only use for basketball, but those were my broken-in shoes, my older shoes. Like, I wouldn't wear brand-new shoes to play basketball. Al contrario, I would wear my brand-new shoes for school to flex on the bitches, right? And then once they got older and old, then I would wear them for basketball because I would fuck them up on basketball, right? You mess up your shoes playing basketball. You know, you get them all sweaty, dirty, people step on you, you slide, you break ankles, you do all kinds of shit, right? And so I would never wear brand new shoes for actual basketball. I would wear older shoes. But now it's the reverse. Now it's like they want brand new basketball shoes, the latest ones if possible, to wear on court, to wear for basketball. I'm like, but you would take them off and you would put on partly old shoes to walk around school campus. Old beat up fucking cement threes. Like, what? What? Like, you can't wear them with your fit, bro. You got to wear them with your basketball shorts, fool. Amazing. Amazing. The world that we live in right now. All right. I think that's enough for me, dog. I think that's enough for me, fool. That's enough old head talk for me. Ya me cansé, güey. Lakers are done. That sucks. That really sucks, man. Dodgers are looking pretty good, even though we got some injuries. We'll be fine. It's too early to tell. And I can't wait for football, man. I miss football now. Now that the Lakers are gone, football, man. Let's go Denver. Denver in 6, I hope. I'll be dope. I wouldn't mind seeing Jokic get a championship, bro, man. I can't give enough props to that guy, man. He's amazing, dude. All right, man. That's pretty much it for me. I think that's it for me, man. Yo, this has been fun. Thank you for everything. Thank you for listening, motherfuckers. Again, please come out to my shows if possible. Por favor. And at the very least, let the motherfuckers know. Let the motherfuckers know that I'm coming. Oxnard this Thursday. Friday, Palm Springs. Next week, I'll be in Ontario Improv, May 31st. May 31st, Ontario Improv, followed by San Antonio, Laugh Out Loud, June 1st. Then Chicago with Los Tóxicos, June 3rd. So it's going to be busy, bro. Let's get it. You too, guys. Have a great week. I'm Jerry G.